It is easy to find success stories from low-carb dieters who have reached their goal weight and feel great. But no goal is reached without first encountering hurdles. Those early challenges can knock you off course if you are not prepared, causing you to stop before the results show up. In this video, I will share 3 common traps new low-carb dieters face so that you can avoid them, stick with your plan, and reach your goal. Carbohydrates are a quick and easy source of energy for your body. If you have been eating a high-carb diet, your body has produced the pathways and enzymes it needs to convert the carbs you eat into energy, making you dependent on them to feel good. So when you feel low on energy or you expend energy through exercise, you feel better when you refuel with carbohydrates. When you reduce your carb intake, you disrupt this pattern. Now, when you feel low on energy, you don't refuel with carbohydrates, so your body reminds you to do so by turning on carb cravings. When you resist, you feel tired because essentially your body is running low on gas. However, carbs are not the only form of fuel that your body can run on. It can also run on fat. The challenge is that before your body can efficiently burn fat for fuel, it needs to do some work on your metabolic engine, converting it from being a good carb burner to being a good fat burner. That conversion takes time, requiring the production of new fat-burning pathways and enzymes. Until the switch is complete, you will feel low on energy and crave sugar and carbohydrates. These uncomfortable feelings present themselves as part of a normal transition that your body must go through as it adapts to your new low-carb lifestyle. They do not indicate that anything is wrong. However, you can fall into a trap if you expect your body to be on board with your dietary change from the start. When you have this expectation, it is easy to think that there is something wrong with your body or that low-carb dieting is just not for you, when all your body needs is a week or so to get up to speed. The solution is to think of your body as a friend, not a foe, during this transition. Give it time to make the shift, and it will give you the fat loss results that you want. Understanding and accepting the fact that you may feel worse before you feel better can help you get started with your low-carb diet. However, you are not just fighting physical factors, you are also fighting your brain chemistry. So the second trap that those who are new to low-carb dieting face is expecting your brain to be on board with you from the start. There is an area inside your brain called the nucleus accumbens. It is nicknamed the reward center because it is associated with feelings of pleasure. That pleasurable feeling is generated by the release of a chemical called dopamine. When you do something that you enjoy, your brain gives your nucleus accumbens a little hit of dopamine and you feel good. Eating sugar and refined carbohydrates has this effect, which is why it's so hard to stop eating things like potato chips, cookies, and candy once you get started. Even more challenging is the fact that this pleasure experience is not just a once and done thing. This area of your brain is capable of learning and making associations, so it can identify foods that cause you pleasure and remember them. Therefore, when you first start cutting carbs and you're feeling low on energy, your brain reminds you that eating a cookie will make you feel better. That may be true in the short run. However, when you give into a craving, you keep yourself stuck in the carb addiction loop. The solution is to understand that you can break this mental pattern with consistency. If you came from a high-carb lifestyle where you were eating sugar or refined foods every day, you were chronically stimulating this reward center of the brain, causing it to downregulate and become less sensitive. In other words, the more sugar you ate, the more you craved because it took more of it to get the same sugar high. When you start your low-carb diet, the first things to go are the sugary junk foods. Without the constant stimulation, the reward center of your brain resensitizes to sugar to the point where foods that used to taste good now taste too sweet to be enjoyed. Many low-carb dieters remark that they no longer feel addicted to sugar or tempted by junk food, and this can happen for you as well, but you must resist the urge to take the edge off by eating a high-carb snack. Focus on keeping your daily carbohydrate intake low and boosting your intake of healthy fats. Healthy fats from whole foods like eggs, meat, fish, nuts, and seeds do not cause the same dopamine spike that we see with quick digesting carbs. Instead, they digest slowly, giving you a calm feeling of hunger satisfaction that lasts for hours, keeping you comfortable and in the game. As I mentioned at the start of this video, it is not hard to find low-carb success stories. These stories can be a source of inspiration, but they can also be a trap that leads to discouragement if you try to compare where you are to where they are. Everything gets easier with practice because we establish new routines to support the change. When we read about someone who has reached their goal, we are coming in at the final chapter of their story. They have already gone through the transition and established new habits and patterns that make their new way of eating easy to do, enjoyable, and effective. What we rarely get to see are the hurdles they encountered in their earlier chapters. There's no overnight success when it comes to overhauling your diet. We all face physical and mental challenges as we wait for our bodies and brains to adapt to our new way of eating. If you are just getting started, you may feel like you are all thumbs, constantly having to think about food choices. The solution is to give yourself a break and be willing to falter now and then. As long as you get right back on track, you will get to your goal. When you are just getting started, it helps to have a guide to follow. I have resources available on my website, including low-carb challenges that provide you with daily menus that save you the hassle of planning your meals. I will provide links to the challenges here in the video and below in the description area. Please click subscribe to join my channel and enjoy the rest of your day.